I want to give a huge shout out to Hornady for sending out some of their Frontier that we use for this review. Make sure to check them out, man. Hornady makes some of the most finest ammo out there. And salute them as always for supporting the channel.
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Tony D2 Wild, checking it once again back in the building today, guys, with something a little special. Now, this is not the RII. The RII is right there, and we're gonna get a video on that very soon. Now that we kind of have opened up the introduction of this platform that I've been trying to get my hands on and get content out for quite some time. And what is that? Well, this is the Daniel Defense SOCOM M4A1 upper receiver group. Before we even get into that though, I want to give a huge shout out to Bad Attitude because they have some of the best lowers out there, especially when you're trying to achieve a clone correct type of finish and build. This one in particular is their government property edition. They have one just like this, but they also have a weatherized edition that comes out with a little bit more scratches and scuffs, kind of to blend in with that overall type of government property M4A1 that has been through the battle. Now they also have clone corrects for other types of platforms out there and other types of engravings that you can get custom done on your build. Now this one in particular, as you can see, has no serial featured on the lower. Now there is actually one, it's just hidden right here in the trigger guard. They also feature pairs that are straight up blank. And then once again, the serial and all information that goes to your FFL is put right here in the trigger guard. It's their low key engraving that they featured on their lowers. They also have some of the best lower parts kits to get right into the game. Very affordable, fully ambi or non-ambi, whatever you want to do, but you get an overall lowers parts kit that's going to come with a trigger, come with a hammer, come with a bolt release, come with the mag release, everything, the pins, everything that you need to get you right in the game for completing your lower if that is something that you need to do. Bad Attitude department, they always come in clutch, have several lowers from them, and I went with a lot of their several lower part kits just to get me in the game. Really, I've got them on all the guns that I actually recently made builds on, like this one in particular. So it's all like mil spec, real good quality, and very affordable. And this one in particular comes with the safety that's fully ambi. We'll be talking more about Bad Attitude in future videos because there's a lot of other clone correct type of builds I want to do in the future, and they make some of the best engravings and clone correct and plenty of other type of anodizing for uppers, hand guards, you name it. They have a lot of that stuff. Huge shout out to them for helping us out with this build overall. So yeah, guys, I have the M4A1 RII and I definitely wanted to get a RII, and it was depending on whether to go with the front sight post or not, and I definitely just decided to go with the front sight post because it's just the vibes and I like it a lot. This one in particular comes pinned and welded with a 4-prong, is this the 4-prong? My bad, 3-prong Surefire flash hider, so you can run it with your Surefires or your BNTs right out the gate. I love it, it looks dope. This is also in the FDE type of handguard finish. Everything else though, typical Daniel Defense. You got the ambi charging handle right there, and you know, it comes out the gate with the bolt carrier and all that as well. It's a blast shooting it for the most part. It is a carbine gas system, so it's slightly different than what you get with the mid-length on the RII, but I cannot complain with that one whatsoever. I did have a DD-M4V1, which was pretty much similar to this, but it was a 16-inch barrel. I wanted to get the 14.5 pinned and welded because it was a vibe, and once I stated before, I had to go with the front sight post. Shooting this though, very solid, a very, very proven system that has been utilized in the field. The barrel is a 14.5 cold hammer forge, very solid, 1/7 twist as always, and you have an M4 profile on that. The product weight, the overall upper handguard in particular, is 4.6 pounds, so typical M4A1 type of weight overall. And a little bit about the M4A1 Block 2 system, right? It was an upgraded design for US SOCOM to improve the performance in the field, of course. It featured a new rail system, improved barrel design, upgraded bolt carrier group, and upgraded muzzle devices for better signature reduction and durability. Features, of course, the Picatinny rail that is hard body. It does weigh more than your typical M-Lock, but it is it's not gonna break on you whatsoever. Also, you have ways to mount things underneath here if you want to. Some special items can be mounted directly to this new rail system. And you know that this is never going to fail you for the most part. It has a Mark 12 low profile gas block, which helps with the gas system's performance. And the bolt carrier group, of course, is full auto rated. Now, personally, like, I'm not gonna lie to you, if I had to make a decision for my go-to rifle, my dedicated rifle, my GPR that I would defend my home with, I don't think there's really much of a difference, but I probably would go without the front post sight. or front sight post, whichever way you would like to say it. But this one in more particular is more of a vibes and a more of a build that I just wanted to have. I would probably go with the M4A1 RIS 3. So I'm letting this be known because maybe you're trying to decide whether to go with the RIS 2 or the RIS 3. Me personally, if it's going to be something that's going to be actually used for home defense and not like a ranged toy or something in the safe, I would still probably go with the RIS 3 over the RIS 2. But I know it hurts. I know it hurts because the RIS 2 is just golden. It's just vibes. But at the same time, if you do go with this, you're not going to lose really anything. Really, the difference of the two is going to be mainly in the weight. This weighs a lot more than that. But also, for the M4A1 RIS 2, without the front sight post, if you just go with the flat Picatinny rail and you head to head with that, you're going to still have more weight on this one. So it's going to be a little bit heavier carrying around. But probably even then, the biggest difference is going to be the gas block. That mid-length is going to shoot way more smoother than this one due to the longest gas block. So just keep that in mind. But besides that, those are two things that are really shooter fixable. You can fix them as a shooter. Them weighing a little bit more, yeah, a little bit more time in the gym. You know, as far as a more smoother shot, yes, this is a carbine, but it's not incredible, insane recoil, and with proper shooting and learning, I think you can achieve the same type of follow-up shots and accuracy with this the same way with that. So what does this have more, you know, I guess you could say better than the RIS 3? I would probably say that the handguard itself, I still feel like this thing is built like a tank. Now, the M-LOK is extremely durable as well, extremely durable, and where it may overseed a little bit is the different types of areas you can place attachments, where this one is more top, sides, and bottom. That M-LOK, it goes all the way around. Now, I don't want to make this a comparison of the two, but I just know that some people may be trying to do that if this is a decision they want to go with. And this is only available, though, in a upper receiver group. This is not something that you can buy flat out as a full-on setup. You can only get the actual upper. They do, however, offer the non-front sight post version as an actual firearm. But this one, you have to just get the upper only. It will come pin and welded to get you to 16 inches. So that is also something to keep in mind. And I'm going to be doing a follow-up video on this one as well, because I want to put more rounds through it and run it with some different attachments and accessories to see how it performs overall. Out the gate, no hiccups whatsoever. This is a proven system. The M4A1 Block 2 in general, and of course coming out of Daniel Defense, who is known to make top tier items and product. And if it is an issue, they get it done and get it fixed ASAP. So, you know, with that said, I was not really surprised by the performance. I know what this was capable of, and it achieved that without an issue. We ran the compact PLX 1-8 on it. I'm gonna follow that up though, more than likely with like maybe a red dot or like a EOTech or something like that. We ran it with the Rotex, had no issues, ran really smooth with that as well. And, you know, I really like the system overall. I think I'm starting to see issues with pressure pads and NDing on the light, right? I might have to start going to the actual button on the light. A lot of people have been recommending that to me as well. B5 stock, can't go wrong with that. Typical Magpul furniture on the overall grip, nothing out of the ordinary. This thing just kind of bare bones, but it doesn't need all that extra bells and whistles. This thing is great out the gate. And as I stated before, we could talk more and more and compare the RIS 2 to the RIS 3. I even did a video on it. I think it's really just up to you. I honestly think when you put them head to head, I can't say a clear-cut winner. With that said, this is more of a nostalgic vibes, and just the front post sight is vibes. I would not have an issue running this as a GPR, as a at-home home defense, end of the world. But I think I still kind of prefer the RIS 3 a little bit. I don't know why, man. Maybe we'll just do a dedicated video comparing the two and just going head to head with them and doing a follow-up on that one down the road. But I really enjoyed this one. It's such a classic gun. I love it. I want to set it up a little bit more. I want to get it souped up. This barrel, phenomenal. Accuracy, phenomenal. Shooting, phenomenal. I have nothing negative to say about this one whatsoever, except for the price, because it hurts the pockets. With that said, this is an upper receiver group we're talking about here. The lower is from Bad Attitude Department. The upper receiver, you can get that shipped no FFL because it's just an upper. The lower from bad attitude, that is an FFL item. So keep that in mind and kind of keep that in mind what we're talking about here. Getting this gun as a full, from what I know, Daniel Defense does not sell this as an actual full-on firearm. It's just the upper itself. But if you have any opinions or advice on what I should do with this, let me know. I love how the Picatinny sticks out past that for that, you know, if you want to run a PEC or something on there, we were running some things on there as well. But if you have any advice or anything you think I should look into, let me know down below in the comment section, because we will be doing a follow-up on this one very, very soon. It's time to do a follow-up on that one. We'll be doing a follow-up on this one in the near future. But this is I would say this is still like a review, because we put close to like 1,000 rounds through this, and I can give you guys my honest opinion on it. With that said, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. And if you have any questions, feel free to comment down below in the comment section as always, and I'll see y'all on the next one. I'm out. Peace.